Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to show you guys how to replace your power steering fluid. It's one of the fluids that 99% is being overlooked, and until there's a problem with the power steering pump or power steering rack, this fluid, power steering fluid, should be changed at a max interval of 5 years maximum, because fluid itself cannot last more than 5 years just being in a closed container bottle sitting on the shelf in a perfect environment. When you put the same fluid into service, heat, cold, pressure, it degrades, and the lifespan becomes even shorter. So to do a power steering fluid change, I don't like to disconnect hoses. Some people like it, I don't, because once you disconnect the hose, unless you put in a new hose, it's going to be seeping through. It's going to be leaking through that connector. You see right there? Yeah, I don't like to disconnect those hoses. Have done in the past. Unless you're replacing the hose, don't bother removing the hoses, the clamps. You're going to create more problems. The best thing to do is to have a pump, vacuum, hand pump, whatever you want to call it. I'm using topsider. Let me show you what I use. That's what I use. And if you have topsider by now and you do your work yourself, basic maintenance, you better have one. It will save you a lot of time and energy. It's quick and easy. It's not expensive, and just make sure when you're using topsider, because I have done it, even oil changes with this topsider. Put it in a dipstick. When I'm just too lazy to crawl underneath and remove the drain bolt, I use a topsider. In reality, actually, you can remove more oil using topsider through dipstick than through the drain bolt. That's something I will cover in one of my upcoming future videos. So this tube, because I use for many different fluids, make sure this end that you insert is super clean. We're talking about 100% clean, because any dirt on it, any fluids from other use will contaminate your power steering fluid, and you're going to have problems with your power steering equipment. So what I'm going to do is extract the fluid. It's not going to be much. Put a fresh fluid in. In terms of power steering fluid, what to use? This is what I'm using. OE on this 2011 Lexus ES350. If you're not sure what fluid you need, let me know in the comment section, and I will let you know what fluid your vehicle needs. Most of the new cars today on the road, cars, I'm not talking about pickup trucks, even some pickup trucks don't have power steering fluid anymore. It's just a power steering rack, and it fails, you just replace the whole thing. I think it's cheaper to replace the fluid. Not that it's a lot cheaper to replace the power steering fluid than to replace the whole entire power steering rack. So let me show you how it's done, and we'll go from there. This is how I'm going to be doing the power steering fluid. I'm going to extract, and I'm going to be doing probably 5, 6, 7 times, because the reservoir, this bottle, has only a little bit of, you can't put a whole lot. So what I'm going to do, extract, put the level, the minimum when it's cold, drive for a day. You can start, let it circulate, and extract again, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to do multiple times. I'm not going to be starting in the engine and shutting off and extracting. I'm just going to extract, add the fluid, drive for a couple days, do it same again the next day after work, so I don't have to cycle my starter back and forth 10 times. And about 6, 7 times, maybe in 10 times, I'm just going to have clean, fresh fluid there, because it will circulate, it will pump through, and it's just a lot easier. So like I said, hose has to be clean before you insert. Make sure there is no dirt, not a speck, and the fluid is extremely dirty. Not sure if camera can pick it up or not, but it's extremely dirty. It's just black. So it's long overdue. See how dirty the fluid? What's in the hose? Yes, it's overdue. It's long overdue. Main focus when it comes to fluids, most of the time, always actually, engine and transmission fluids. then differential, then power steering fluid. And this time this was an overdue long time ago, so as you can see on the camera, there's a lot of garbage there on the tube, so fluid is definitely dirty. I extracted the fluid, but I'm not sure if you can see or not on the camera, but it still shows there is a fluid inside there. It shows that how dirty the fluid is. The fluid is so dirty that I'm not sure even I had correct level. You see, it's actually coming off the dipstick of the cap. So there you go. So as you can see, I added to the max. Engine is cold, fluid is cold. I'm gonna idle the car for 2-3 minutes max. You can turn the steering wheel to the left, to the right to circulate the fluid. I'm not gonna do it because on asphalt I just don't want to leave the marks on asphalt. I'll rather drive it and circulate and do it next day. How much fluid do I add? This is how much fluid I add. 8 ounces. It was brand new bottle, 8 ounces I added. This transmission fluid is same fluid as power steering fluid. It's the same specifications. This OE, you can get signature series OE, or you can get signature series multi-vehicle, or you can get OE multi-vehicle. It's good for transmissions and good for power steering fluids in some vehicles. So you gotta know what type of fluid is required for your specific vehicle. Because another thing, and here's the other thing, if I'm gonna run this car more than a few minutes, the level will go up beyond the hot, and it's gonna be spilling out the fluid. I don't want to do that. So don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and thank you for watching. If you have questions, drop me a comment.